Hey guys, I'm Gamer back here for another video. Guys, today we're going to be talking about some great budget players to target in MUT 23. Let's go and get right into it. Starting off right away, all silver cards this year are pretty much useless. So we're not talking about no Dree Archers. We're really talking about gold cards and one of our promos currently, the headliner promos. Because the headliner cards, the gold cards are actually pretty cheap and actually pretty decent. But let's go ahead and start off with a gold card. And this gold card is a gold wide receiver. And we've been talking about him every single Madden, every single year. It is, of course, Rico Gabbard. And, of course, he does come in with 84 speed. Guys, 1,000 coins to get 84 speed. Let me compare my receivers I have currently, right? I have Danny Gray, who has 85 speed. I have Jamar Chase, who has 86 speed, 82 speed on Scary Terry. T. Higgins, 80 speed. Brandon Cooks, 81, 84, and Robbie Anderson. Now, yes, obviously, he does not have the route running ability that you would love to have for this card. I'll be honest, 62, 57, 58 is pretty trash. But at the end of the day, if you have him run end arounds, straight streaks, or drag routes, he's not going to mess it up. And he has the speed to outrun people. For 1,000 coins, to have him in your squad as even, if anything, just a gadget type player, not a bad idea. For 1,000 coins, like I said, pretty decent. So let's go ahead and take a look at our second player. And this is also going to be a wide receiver, but he's going to have a little bit better route running. This guy's name is actually going to be Anthony Swartz. So let's go ahead and take a look at what he is looking like. So he is 3,500 coins right now, but Mutthead has him at 2,500 normally. So for 2,500 coins, you're going to get a better route runner than Rico, but you're also going to get -1 speed. So sorry, same exact speed, but less route runner, but better catching ability. So it really comes down to your personal preference. If you want a guy who, if you're like, hey, listen, that 6th receiver spot on my depth chart cannot be just used by a gadget type player. I need someone who can actually do some work for me. This is a decent option in that category. It doesn't really have any crazy pass block, it looks like. So he doesn't really have any crazy stats other than, again, some decent speed, some decent catching ability, and that's pretty much that. But for budget type players, that's all we really want. So next guy we have here is going to go ahead and be Rashad Bateman, of course, the Baltimore Ravens receiver. And he kicks off our magical headliner players. 83 speed, not bad. Now, 2,900 coins is a lot to spend on a budget type player, especially early on in MUT when coins are a little bit harder to come by. But he does definitely give you some decent stats. 75 catching, 78 deep route running. He does have 83 speed and 83 jumping. He also does have some decent carrying at 69, but not much when it comes to his run blocking ability. 41, which isn't horrendous for a receiver, especially this early on, with how bad receivers run blocking truly is, and how bad cornerbacks block shed is. So overall, decent player. If you are going to be spending more on the crisp top of the line there, you really could go worse. Oh my gosh, I cannot speak. For some odd reason, I cannot speak right now. Next guy we're going to talk about here is going to go ahead and be a running back. Now, there aren't too many crazy good running backs speed-wise, and if you do get the craziest speed players, which is 80 to 82 speed, you're looking at a price tag range of 6,000 coins. We're simply just not going for that much coins for any position possible, guys, especially if we're looking at budget. We're looking at very much the opposite of that. So we do have some decent options, but nothing too crazy. So for catching wise, I'm actually going to look at JD McKissick here. He definitely has some decent speed. He's 1,600 coins, but he has really good catching ability. So 76 speed, this early on isn't horrendous. It's still usable, but he does have 70 catching, which is actually really freaking good, especially this early on in the game. When you compare him to as I have, he has better catching ability than Barry. Obviously, no one's going to have better than Christian McCaffrey, but even there, 76 to 70, not bad comparison. He has better than Saquon Barkley, and all my other running backs I have on this list here JD McKissic is simply going to be a better option than all those guys right there. Our next guy we have here is going to go ahead and be Sajay Perine. And this, of course, is going to be a New York Jets running back. So let me see if I can find him real fast. Bam, he's 800 coins. Absolute stud. 74 speed is not that good, but 80 trucking. That's where you want to get it, guys. 80 trucking on a goal line situation, on a 4th and 1, any short yard situation. This guy's gonna be absolute monster for you, and definitely gonna be worth the coinage. 800 coins. Even if you put him at your fullback position, for 800 coins, that's going to be worth the coinage to go ahead and go for him. I definitely will say, overall wise, I know as time goes on, that's going to be awful. But keep in mind, as time goes on, we're going to get Team of the Week cards. That's going to make up for all this. All right, our last guy we're looking at for running back wise is actually going to be the fastest running back we can get for a budget, which is crazy. Normally, he is going to be less than 3,000 coins, but your boy is making this video at 6:02 in the morning. So 78 speed is going to be the top of the line for gold running backs pretty much. And he does have 74 trucking, which is actually pretty serviceable. 78 carrying, which is not bad. So overall, he's a decent running back. 56 catching, not the greatest there, but between the tackles up the middle, he's going to be a decent running back for at least the next couple weeks, if not a month down the line, until we get like really good Team of the Week cards. Till we get like actual good budget Team of the Week cards, we're going to be rocking him as one of our best options. So now looking at tight ends, we have a couple tight ends to talk about. So for more of a vertical threat tight end, he's actually not on this list. Well, he's not on the auction house right now, but he's around 1,500, 2,000 coins, and that's going to be Zach Ertz. Now, this obviously is the 84 overall Zach Ertz, but we're talking about the 76 overall Zach Ertz. He is going to come in at 76 speed, so a little bit less speed than his elite version here, but he definitely has overall-wise some really good route running ability and some good catching ability. Of course, he doesn't have any run blocks to save his life. This 58 is 100 times better than his, but he's going to be more of a vertical threat tight end for you that gives you the ability to stretch the field. So that, of course, is why we are going to be talking about him right there. Now, he is on the auction house, which kind of does suck, but again, like I said, you'll find him on the auction house. He's a very common player, very popular player. So our next guy we have here is going to actually be a Browns tight end. And I'm actually looking him up because I forget how to say his actual name. There he is. And he is going to be coming in at less than 2,000 coins because I know he gets posted for 1,500 and less. Now, he has 62 speed. But here's the kicker. 75 run block and 76 pass block. So if you want a vertical tight end in Zach Ertz and then have a true blocking tight end on the other side in my man Charlie here, that's not a bad idea. He's going to be able to help you out in stretch plays, help you out in pitch plays. He's going to get to the outside faster than anybody else you have. So he's a really solid option and a really solid player here. Now, taking a look at some headliner guy, just so I can cover this, just so we can put it out there. There is a headliners player who's actually pretty dang decent. And that's going to go ahead and be Adam Trotman. He comes in at 1,300 coins, even less than that looks like. And he does have 77 speed and 70 run block. So a little bit more of a run blocking guy than Zach Ertz, and actually cheaper than Zach Ertz. So definitely recommendation would be going with him over Zach Ertz, unless you just like Zach Ertz. But again, like I said, trying to get multiple different options. So for quarterbacks here, there's not too many crazy fast quarterbacks in this year's game so far. Obviously, we're early on, and that will change as time goes on. But the real true speed quarterback in this game right now is going to go ahead and be couple different options. We do have Trey Lance, who did go ahead and get a headliners card, and he's around 3,000 coins. Mutthead has him for around 2,500, but he definitely has some decent stats for that price tag range. I mean, 80 speed for a quarterback, first off, this early on is crazy. 82 throw power, 76 throw short, 73 throw middle, and 76 throw deep. So he's a pretty solid player across the board. And for 2,500 coins, that's not bad at all. It's definitely a decent option right now. Our next guy we have here is going to go ahead and be a quarterback for the Ravens. And again, like I said, 6 o'clock in the morning, he's priced 2,700 coins. He'll be less than this. But we do have Tyler Huntley at 75 speed, 77 throw short, 74 throw middle, and 71 throw deep with 76 throw power. Again, like I said, another really decent mobile quarterback who also has some pretty good throwing. And our last guy we'll look at here is going to go ahead and be a Giants quarterback, and it's going to be Tyrod Taylor. Again, pretty much a better thrower than Huntley, -1 speed. Decent player across the board. And that's going to go ahead and be our offensive players for our best budget options here. I'm going to make a video about our defense. I might make it. Yeah, I'm going to make a separate video about our defensive players. But I will go ahead and take a look at one defensive player for this video. And that's going to go ahead and be, of course, a headliner player, because I had to go ahead and mention him before we end off this video, guys. He's an absolute stud, and that's going to go ahead and be Eric Stokes. I mean, we're talking about 3,000 coins here for a pretty solid 86 speed cornerback who has 77 man, 75 zone, and 80 press. Absolute stud right here. Definitely recommendation. Guys, if you did enjoy this video, though, hit the like button down below. I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.